Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and this video is going to be as much for those people who do not live in California as it is for those who do live in California. I am a part of a lot of forums, a lot of Facebook pages, a lot of AR-15 blogs and whatnot, and there still seems to be a lot of confusion as to what is a California compliant AR-15. What can you have here in California? You know, there's a lot of jokes going around that people say, you know what, the California compliant AR-15 has to be completely stripped. A lot of misinformation that's being shared, and I just want to clear some of that up real quick. Okay, so I'm going to keep this video short, but I do want to cover at least the most common misconceptions about what you can or cannot have on your AR-15 here in the state of California. And I'm going to start off with the bullet button, because to me, the bullet button is really at the center of everything. The bullet button actually determines whether or not you have an AR-15 with features or not, or what I would even consider an AR-15, because to me, if you have a rifle that does not have a pistol grip on it, I wouldn't consider that an AR-15, even if it uses the same action. Okay, if the lower has to be changed, if any of the dynamics of this rifle have to be changed, to me it's not an AR-15, it's a different model rifle. So in order really to have an AR-15, you have to have some type of magazine locking device. If you do not have a magazine locking device like a bullet button or a rad lock, something similar, then basically what you're looking at is something similar to an M14 or Mini 14, okay, by Ruger, something like that. If you don't know what an M14 or a Mini 14, excuse me, is, a ranch style rifle, just go to Google, look up images of the Mini 14, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's basically a semi-auto rifle carbine that shoots .223 cartridges, and it's featureless. It has a polymer or wooden stock. It doesn't have any type of pistol grip or anything like that. No type of forward angle grips or, you know, nothing fancy. It can accept an optic of whatnot. But it's basically a featureless rifle, semi-automatic, and you do not need a bullet button for one of those. You can just drop the magazine out and replace it. If you want to add any of these features, okay, that really do qualify this as an AR-15, an M4, whatever, then you have to have that magazine locking device. So that's why I say that that's everything kind of centers around that. Okay, so with that being said and emphasis being put on the bullet button, let me show you my California compliant AR-15. And we'll talk a little bit about what it has on it, what it can have on it, and what it cannot have on it here in the state of California. Okay, so like I said before, this is California compliant AR-15, meaning that it does have a magazine locking device on it, aka the bullet button right here. And probably the most common misconception when it comes to AR-15s here in California is that the buttstock needs to be fixed. It needs to be pinned in some type of way or welded in some way. And that is not the case. As long as you have that bullet button or magazine locking device that requires a tool, you can have whatever buttstock you want. This right here is just a standard MOE 6-position buttstock, okay? But you can have that here in the state of California. Here's my standard Magpul MOE Plus pistol grip. You can have a pistol grip here as long as you have that. It's not a big deal at all. I have a 15-inch handguard on here. And then it comes down to another one of the more common misconceptions about California AR-15s, and that's muzzle devices, okay? You are allowed to have flash hiders, you're allowed to have compensators, you're allowed to have muzzle brakes. What you cannot have is a suppressor, okay? That is something that is illegal in the state of California. You have to have special credentials in order to possess one and use one. So do keep that in mind when it comes to what you can or can't have. You can have any type of muzzle device or muzzle brake that you see on the market that looks really cool to the rest of the country. You can buy it and put it on your AR-15, so that is good to go. Yes, you can have vertical foregrips, you can have angled foregrips, all that completely good to go. There is a little bit of an asterisk to that, okay? When it comes to a vertical foregrip, you are required to then have a bullet button. If you have a completely featureless rifle, but you want to add an angled foregrip, as of right now, at least at the time of this video, you are then not required to have that bullet button. So if you were to, let's say, take your Mini 14 and put an angled foregrip on it, that would then not nullify the rifle and force you to put on a bullet button. You can leave it as is. But remember to always check your laws. You know, don't go off of my advice or my opinion on things, because you know what, I'm not a lawyer and I don't want anybody to get in trouble, so do your own research. Okay, so yes, you can have vertical, angled foregrips. I can put lights on here, I can put lasers on here. Any type of optic I want, all can be put on this rifle. I can add the bolt carrier, I can have a forward assist, I can have, you know, anything that I want to add as far as features go to this rifle, barring just a few items, okay? So the things that that you cannot have in the state of California, and this one might actually apply to the rest of the country, I can have a grenade launcher, okay? So I cannot add a grenade launcher to this. I also cannot have a master key. I cannot have a master key, and I cannot have a suppressor. For the most part, anything other than that is fair game. So basically what it boils down to, that I know of at least, and correct me if I'm wrong, is no suppressor, no master key, no grenade launcher. Everything else is fair game. Anything else you want to attach on here, I don't care if you want to have a bipod with a vertical foregrip, with an angle foregrip, with a laser under that, and a light under that, 4 different optics, 6 magnifiers, night vision, 2 buttstocks, whatever you want, it's good to go as long as you have that. Now, legislation is in the works to try and remove that, but it's such a liberal state, I doubt anything will ever happen. Yes, you are stuck with 10-round magazines. To me, I don't consider that part of the rifle because it's kind of, I don't know, it's a magazine. I just don't consider it part of the rifle as fixed itself. But nonetheless, you are limited to 10-round magazines right now. There's also legislation going around for that. So I do want to show you guys that, this is a California compliant AR-15. It can have all the goodies, bells and whistles that everybody else has for the most part, as long as you have that one little itty-bitty pain in the ass bullet button right there. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.